I think many people that haven't tried to play golf, right? So I would encourage anybody to come and try it. Well, if you do play, Laguna is a great place to play golf. The facilities that we have, and it's first class. Yeah. If you trained every day, your improvement is going to be accelerated much quicker.
Is it many people really that fans that they train every day, or it's only professional players?
Yeah, some do. It's also quite an addictive sport as well.
How long time beginner need to have a coach?
It's never ending.
Never ending. Right?
So I mean, you might need less time with the coach, but even at a professional level, professionals still have coaches. Tiger Woods, even in his peak, who dominated the game, always had a coach.
I see.
So I would come and try the sport. You don't know, you might just get yourself hooks.
Hi everyone. Today we have another podcast, and so it's the first podcast of 2026. I'm super excited to start this year with our new guest. Today we have Stefan, is general manager of Laguna Golf. Right, golf club, right?
Laguna Golf Phuket, yes.
Laguna Golf Phuket, yes. Yeah. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you. Yeah, good to be here.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, it's just moved back to Phuket, so yeah, happy to be here.
So you lived here before, right?
I did. Yeah, I lived here in 2014 until 2016.
I see.
So almost 3 years before. Yeah.
I see. So can you tell a little bit more about yourself for our audience? You're originally from UK, right?
Sure, I'm originally from England, golf professional by trade really. That's been my main hobby and interest from a young age. So when I tried to play professionally, but it's a very difficult sport. The standard is so tough. So I basically found a way to make my career from my hobby. So so I now have a career working in golf instead.
Wow.
And then obviously the UK is, much as I love the UK, it's the weather and other things aren't fantastic. So I decided to try and move the career to the sunshine. Mm-hmm. And happy to be back in Thailand.
Awesome. So and now you join the Laguna Golf, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell a little bit more about this, about your existing business? What are you doing? You are working as a general manager, right?
Yes, so as the general manager, overseeing everything golf related really in terms of the operation, the business, overseeing and pioneering the experience for our guests, whether they're hotel guests or members or visitors. So overseeing the whole experience for our guests.
I see that golf gets more and more popular all over the world, right? So, but this is kind of sport for, I would say, wealthy people, right? Or now it's getting more mainstream. How it works?
No, I would think it's transitioning away from that where that's the perception of it being a wealthy person's sport. Now I think it's transitioning away from that, and the participation numbers are up. There's different formats now of people to try golf, which is not in the perceived way of formally joining a golf club. There's more fun ways to try golf now. So I think thankfully it's transitioning away from that. So it's a easier sport for people to try and play.
I see. And when we speak about golf, because I'm not really know well all of the golf traditions or how it works, right? That's why I will ask you stupid questions today about golf, right?
That's
Is it okay for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's why for me it's very interesting when we speak about Thailand. It's mainly first of all we have our main. People is a tourist coming here, but of course right now it's getting more residential, right? But if we speak about golf destinations all over the world, maybe you will tell what is the most popular places in the world for people go and play golf right now at this stage.
I think Southeast Asia is a massively popular destination in the world actually. Yeah, I think this is still a continent where golf is actually still actively growing. Where, say, other continents might have participation levels or the amount of golf courses that can be physically built might have peaked. But I think there's still so much more potential and growth in this region. So that's the exciting part about why I choose to live in this region as well, because there's so much more growth to be had here. So there's more opportunities.
How it works in UK during the winter time? Is it people still play?
It's difficult, right? That's why
it's a seasonal, right?
One of my motivations to leave, because when the weather is if it's cold and snow, I mean, people still can. You can still make it work, but for me personally, I question the enjoyment when it's that cold, or say, for example, in other countries where it's snowing and you can't play golf outside in the snow.
Here, you can play anytime,
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, well, obviously we have a rainy season here, right? So it rains quite a lot, which makes it challenging. But you can still play, and you get more good days than bad days, right?
During the rain, is it something change in terms of like it's more winter and it's different? If you play, let's say, if it's a small rain, right, not like a heavy rain, you still can play, but the player needs to do some adjustments or something, or how it's.
Yeah, it probably gets a little bit more challenging when it's raining, right? Because you're trying to keep yourself dry, your hands might get slippery. The conditions, naturally it's tougher. And I would personally might say it's probably a little bit less enjoyable. But you can still play. You can still play. Unless it's torrential, like to the point where it's flooding, then of course you can't play, right? But generally you can still play.
Yeah, and if you speak about Laguna, Phuket, it's one of the first golf place in whole Thailand, I guess, right? Like, and especially in Phuket, right?
Yes.
Can you tell a little bit more, like, what do we have at today? Because I came from real estate, right? And we have a lot of real estate around. It's booming. So many people coming, Sure. But Laguna golf courses, it was one of the first landmark for Bank Tower area, like back then, and it was one of the main magnet for people, right? Can you tell a little bit more why Laguna is so attractive for golf players?
I think for golf, in terms of for golf players, it's a good course. It's a well-designed course. In terms of playability, right, it drains very well. So even in the rainy season that we just mentioned, the course drains really, really well. So no matter how hard it rains, generally we're still 365 days of the year you can play. But in terms of what is Laguna, I think it's become a community and a hub in itself within the Bang Tao area so that it's also made up of real estate where many people living there and people have their homes. But also you've got the 6 hotels. So there's a constant flow of people there, whether it's people living or hotel guests or people just visiting to Laguna, it has its own community, I would say.
I see. And the communities, it's international community, correct?
I would say predominantly, yeah. Yes, I would say so. But all nationalities, including Thai players, would come and play, yeah.
I see. How is golf is it popular in Thailand right now in general for Thai nationals as well? Because
I think so, yeah. And actually, in terms of the professional level, it's actually the Thai women that are dominating the sport more.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. And the LPGA Tour and the LET Tour, the number one player in the world at the moment is actually Thai.
Oh, wow.
So I think the women's game are actually flying the flag for the sport at the moment, yeah.
I see. And if we speak about the young generation of the people, because usually, let's say, if I want to join the golf sport, what's the entrance for it? What do you need to buy? What do you need to get? Or what membership you need to buy? How it's usually work if I'm a beginner? Let's say if I decided today to go to your golf course, what do I need?
That's a good question because in the short time I've been here, I've experienced that a lot where people have, say, walked into the golf club without understanding or the knowledge, and they've actually said, I want to go to, I've heard them call it the field. So first things first, it's technically not the field, right? It would be called a golf course.
Yeah.
But that's not the place where you would start. The best place to start would be probably at the driving range. So at Laguna, we have the only PGA registered golf academy in Southeast Asia.
Okay.
So through the British PGA, we have an official PGA academy. So we have only British PGA qualified professionals coaching. But so to my point, coaching is where to start with someone qualified to teach you, because it's like I said, it's not the easiest of sports to play once you're out there in the course, and it can be a little bit high pressure because other people are there playing and it's moving, and you need to understand the general etiquettes and rules and how to follow.
There's a lot of culture under it as well. It's not only sport, right?
Yeah, you can say that too. So the best place to start would be with a pro, have some lessons, learn the fundamentals of the technique. Then as you're going through learning the technique, you can then maybe take some course lessons and start to understand how to play in the course, the etiquette, the do's, the don'ts.
So you suggest to beginners, how long is a period of coaching? It's
That really depends on each individual. Everybody's different. No two people are the same. It might take somebody to go from zero to the golf course a few months. It could take someone 6 months. It could take a year. It really depends, and it also depends on the individual, how much time you put into it.
I see.
If you trained every day with a pro, your improvement is going to be accelerated much quicker.
Is it many people really that fans that they train every day, or it's only professional players?
Yeah, some do. It's also quite an addictive sport as well. It is, because once you get that taste for it, and let's say you hit your first good shot or whatever, then you have set the bar, then you want to do the next best one, right? Then the next best one. So you're always chasing. In English, you're always chasing your tail a little bit. You're always chasing the next moment of glory or something. It's never ending.
I see. And let's say the next question that any beginner will ask you is, I would like to join the golf sport. It's cost some money, of course, right? So
sure.
What's the price range it starts? It depends from coach, right? Or how is the economy built? It's built like you pay for coach, you pay for rent of the space, right? For golf courses, maybe you can explain more in this range from how much money is a starter pack till pro pack. Let's call it like this.
Sure. So again, if you were to take a package of lessons, it might say 5 hours of lessons might cost you in the region of 12 to 16,000 baht.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then generally I would expect, same like at Laguna, we would then provide the equipment. Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't be paying in addition for that. We would provide the space and the equipment that you would need.
Is it in golf? Is it very important? Is it big difference between rented equipment and your own? Because it depends of the person. If person feels I want to own my own setup, right?
Sure. Or once you've reached that point and standard, then yes, and then it gets more technical. Then you have your own equipment, which is custom to your physical build and how you swing the club.
Okay.
So once you get to that level, it can get very detailed.
What's included in the equipment pack usually?
So the basics you would need is your own set of clubs, which everybody can have a maximum of 14 clubs. So it's made up of a putter and then irons and woods. And then a glove as well, and then some golf shoes with the proper grips at the bottom, so your feet, you have balance and you can have traction. They were the main things you would need. But to start with, again, that would be provided if you just went for lessons. But the cost to have your own set, from if you got like a basic beginner set, could cost, say, 15,000 baht for a budget set. Mm-hmm. But then you could go up to spending hundreds of thousands of baht.
Even millions, right?
Well, probably. Yeah. Same like a car, right? You want to drive a basic car, or you want to drive a Rolls Royce. Options.
Is it any special brands for the equipment that popular? Maybe you can mention, because it's like in the car I know Toyota, I know BM,
Sure.
But in terms of
there's a similar thing in golf, So the popular brands I would say TaylorMade, Titleist, Ping, Srixon. They're the sort of core brands, but there are so many, right? Even Wilson, famously known for making tennis rackets, they also make golf clubs. There's so many,
Yeah, and so as soon as you let's say beginner pass, how long time beginner need to have a coach, right? During all of the time, it's
never ending.
Never ending. Right?
So I mean, you might need less time with the coach, but even at a professional level, professionals still have coaches. Tiger Woods, even in his peak, who dominated the game, always had a coach.
I see.
So there's not a point that you could say where you don't need a coach.
I see. And in this case, there is some international community of the coaches traveling around, I guess, right? Like some people. So how about Laguna. So inviting some people from different communities all over the world, or how it works.
So we have our own coaches that are based here.
Yeah.
That are full-time coaching at our PGA Golf Academy.
I see.
So they're employees of Laguna. Mm-hmm. So we have them, full-time based, dedicated to coaching. Yeah.
I see. And all of them from UK, right? Like you mentioned.
Actually, no, because we have one female coach. She's from India.
Ah, wow.
But she's studying through the British PGA system.
Ah, I see.
So her credentials are from the British PGA, which is the body of our academy, but she's not actually British. No.
Yeah. Is it there any international campaigns has happened around like here in Thailand or not much?
How do you mean campaigns?
I mean the campaign like when all of the people coming from all over the world to play like different and stuff like this.
Yes, we have international events where Laguna have hosted many, and the key one that we host is actually in the Laguna Singha Open, which is sponsored by the big company here in Thailand called Singha.
Yeah.
And they're
it's very interesting that beer company.
Well, now these companies have to promote their water, not their beer, right? Because this is a professional sport event. But yes, they are the sponsor. We have an annual event at Laguna, which is this year is going to be in May. So generally it's in May, and that would be all the best golfers in Asia would be coming to play that.
I see.
The winner would take a prize money of maybe 250,000 baht.
Wow.
For the winner,
Yeah, good.
Not a bad day's work.
So I need to start to do it.
Yeah.
Also, I want to be a winner. I like to be the winner. Sounds good. So, and if you speak today about the Laguna in general, so there are so many residents, right? So many tourists come. What proportion do you have of the people coming from Laguna comparing to the people who come in from the site, let's say from surrounding areas?
To come to play golf, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, the demographics very mixed, right? So there's people that come from the hotels, there's people that have homes in Laguna, there's different people that are just visiting, come on holiday. So this is an even mix in a way. I'd probably even split it into thirds because, but it's also quite a seasonal business here, especially like this period now from December to March, April time. The hotel occupancies are really full. There's a lot more hotel guests. The people living here are generally here throughout the year, but then there are people that have homes here that only come for the season. So, there's probably more people come in for the season from say November, December until March, April. Some people shorter, some people longer. But there is a smaller pool of people that are here throughout. But it was more from what I can see and in my experience, it's more people coming in for the high season, but I do think that's evolving as there's more international schools here, with Phuket becoming more of an international hub. I think the demographics probably changed. You will have seen since COVID, right?
I think that from COVID, it's most of the things changed because back then we've been a touristic destination only, right? Now we are super attractable destination for digital nomads, for the families, for people who like to live in Southeast Asia and work around Southeast Asia but want to live in Paradise Islands. That's why lots of residents.
Yeah, I definitely see that trend also, but I would still say the seasonality it exists, but it's definitely, that's why it's evolving,
Yeah, I see. And what is the capacity of the Laguna Golf? Is it how many people can play same time?
So golf's a sport you can only play 4 people as a maximum. So that's a rule or an etiquette of the sport where international standards would be you could only play 4 people at one time. So then generally golf clubs would operate every 8 to 10 minutes, 4 people can go. So from sunlight until sunrise. So on a typical day, we can get around 200 maximum capacity. We can get about 240 people play for the whole day.
And what time start if you start from sunrise?
Once the sun is up, so say around 6:30. Even from say 5 a.m. we're preparing the course.
Wow!
Cutting the greens and cleaning it, preparing it, making sure it's perfect. So once the sun is up, 6:30, the first people go.
And it's really good because it's not hot during that time, right? In the morning.
It gets then true. It then gets pretty warm from about 8:30, 8 o'clock in the morning is then the temperature's going up.
Is it any difference in the price during those slots? You know,
At the moment, no. The moment is sort of static pricing, but I think dynamic pricing is something that could come into golf. I think that's starting to happen. Yeah, that could happen. But
because I would prefer, I like to do my sport in early morning, so I wake up every day about 6, right? And I have 2 hours of morning activities.
Yeah.
So then if it can be a golf and I feel it's not that hot yet and it's really fun, you know, like that, that's why I would prefer.
At 6:30, I mean, when you start in the morning, you play into the hotter period versus if you start in the afternoon, you play into the cooler period because it's cooling down, right? So it depends which one to do. But if you only had 2 hours, for example, you would just play 9 holes.
Okay.
Which is possible. People do that.
In total, it's 18, right?
Correct. Yeah. So 9 holes might take 1 hour and a half. And especially early morning, you could be around quick, and then you can still be in your office by 8:30, right?
Yeah. I see. Interesting. Like I should visit you. Yeah, I definitely will visit you.
Especially after this, you have to.
Yeah. That's fine.
Calling you to come.
I will be your guest, and we'll look around. Yeah, sounds good. And if we let's say when we speak about Phuket in general, you know, like is it people coming mainly from Bang Tower area or people coming from all over the Phuket? Do you have any statistics like this?
To Laguna?
Yeah. Like it's.
I would say people come from all over. I have friends or even people that I'm aware of seeing customers all the time. They're coming from all over.
I see. And Bangkok, is people from Bangkok?
We do, yeah, also. I think, though, although the way the island's evolving with how the Bang Tao area is building out and becoming more densely populated, I think people, the time it takes to move around with certain traffic restrictions at times, I think people will become more perhaps strategic with where they stay and where they go, and maybe if you're going to play golf at Red Mountain, you might stay in the, say, Patong Katu area. Then they might move to stay in this Bang Tao area when they play Laguna, or potentially I see that happening, but I would say people are coming from all over.
Yeah, I see. I just listen to you and I think, okay, but during the sunset, it's also a beautiful time to play aesthetically because you have a sunset. Yeah, sure. You know, because in Laguna it's pretty beautiful green area. And it's also, I think, one of the best time in the morning and in the evening time. Yeah, amazing. And like for me, as a person who live here a long time, for me, Laguna always been compared to the golf. You know, it's always connected. Like when you think Laguna, you think in Laguna golf courses, but not too many people know that back then it was just like mining area, right? And this is how, over the last 40 years, it's been changed to one of the key destination, because before Bang Tao, it was just a mining area and village, right? Yeah. Right now, it's one of the most expensive part, like of Phuket, and most, like prime, I would say. And how good do you know the real estate market in Phuket or in Thailand? Like how do you think is it how golf courses increase capitalization of the property? You think it's like, because many people tell to me, okay, if I have a view from my property to the golf course, it's kind of my property will cost more, and stuff like this. Do any kind of thoughts about this?
I think so. I think especially if you're a golfer, right, it would be way more appealing. For someone that doesn't play golf, it may not appeal to them in any way, right? Why would I want to have a home on a golf course? But for someone that plays golf and that's regularly going to be a user at a golf club, it makes a lot of sense. But it depends on what the individuals want, right? Some people might want to be close to the beach. Some people, want to. So it really depends what people are looking for. But I definitely think golf does bring, as I mentioned, it brings its own community, right, of people that do choose to live there because they want to join the club and play regularly. So it does bring its own community, for sure.
I see. But you mentioned before that you live in Phuket in 2014, right, or
yes.
15, right? And then you just come back now. How do you see that Phuket changed during that time? Because it's dramatic changes, right?
Yes, it has. Yeah, there's a lot more cars on the road. It's a busier place for sure. And certainly in the area where I'm now spending most of my time around Bang Tao, Chantilly, right? This area has definitely the amount of restaurants and places to go to is significantly changed. I think Boat Avenue has made a massive difference to this area.
So it's making more Western oriented vision, right? Like and service, right?
You could say that, yeah, but there are good, authentic local restaurants and places to go. So there's a good mix. That's what I like about it. There's a good mix of depends what you want and what your appetite is on that day. You can generally find it, yeah.
Yeah. Do like because even Laguna back then it was much smaller. And right now it's a lot of development coming. It will be a lot of new developments coming for the next decade, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think there'll be more coming.
And do you know is it any expansion of the golf infrastructure as well, or it will be the same as it is right now?
Yeah, I think there might be some plans coming. Obviously, I might be a bit restricted on what I can say of what's coming or what's not. But yeah, I certainly think we will. I'm sure that Laguna remains committed to enhancing their existing facilities. Whether there's new golf facilities, I'm not sure about that. But I know that they're committed to enhancing the current facilities.
I see. Yeah. I see. Sounds
just to retain that their standards are as at the top, the best they can be. I know that that's the commitment for sure.
Because right now it looks like like island already separated to two parts, is south and north, right? Like in north we have Laguna golf course, right, and all of the Laguna infrastructure. In south we don't have much, as far as I understand, right? Not much infrastructure for the golf, right? In the Naihan, Ravai, all of those areas.
Those areas don't have any golf, no.
Looks like it's not that popular there, right? Like and so on. And it's very interesting to see how it will transform in this area, because if it's more popular, like to play in the golf, right? So then it will have more demand from the people. So it's good opportunity for businesses, right? Because actually it's super expensive business, because land is most expensive thing in Phuket, but it requires a lot of land. How much land you need to build 18 holes field?
I think Laguna is over 1,000 hectares for the entire property. So, I mean, you could probably do with 20% of, or even 10% of the entirety of Laguna. If you think about the whole facility of Laguna, the golf course is probably not even 10% of the whole empire of what exists right now. So, yeah.
I see. So how do you see Phuket in future? Because I ask every of my guests, how do you see Phuket in 2035? Because many people today, we are 2026, many people say, a lot of traffic, a lot of construction and stuff like this. What is your vision of Phuket in 10 years? Because it's right now we see that it start changing completely, because it's a lot of interest from foreigners to the Phuket, because it's an amazing destination here in Southeast Asia, because you have everything, schools, medical services, airports and stuff like this. How do you see in 2035 how Phuket will look like?
2035, 10 years from now, I think there's, even right now, you can see, even if we walk around, there's a lot of cranes in the sky.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more projects to be finished. So it's only going to continue expanding, right? So I think 10 years from now, I think it will become a more exclusive place to be, for sure, because there's only going to be more people coming here, living here. So I think it will continue to grow and just become a more high-end island resort for people to come and visit, and be more people living here, for sure, all year round.
Yeah. Do you when you've been in UK? Is it Phuket is popular place there? Is it any media or something tell about Thailand in general? Because this is what I believe is also super important to promote such a beautiful place over there. Because in reality, in Europe, if you speak about winter time, is time when people want to extend their summer. In terms of lifestyle, so many people like to move to some different destinations. Some of them do it because of the taxes, like some of them, they do it because of the lifestyle. How do you see it from the Phuket, from another side, when you've been there?
Yeah, well, obviously, I've not lived there in the UK, as you mentioned, for nearly 15 years, right? So I'm a bit out of touch with how people perceive it that way. But at different points over the last 10 years, there have been direct flights. and there is actually going to be a direct flight coming back. I don't know if you was. Did you know that the Virgin Atlantic are going to start a direct flight
from
Heathrow to
Phuket directly?
So I think that will help put Phuket more on the radar for people.
I think it will be about 12 hours, 13 hours flight, I guess,
yeah,
right?
probably 12 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
So that will be, I think that will accelerate in terms of your question of people from the UK coming to Phuket. I think that will accelerate with a direct flight, right? Because it's going to be more accessible.
Awesome.
Which will be cool. Yeah, I'll be on there.
Yeah. Sounds good. Like I'm not really big expert in golf, right? And that's why all of the, let's say, stupid question I already asked, like which is as a beginner, or not even beginner, like a pre-beginner, let's call it like this. Maybe you can tell something to motivate the people to come to you, to close our podcast with some, like a message, because I want people see you and be motivated to come to your place.
Sure. I mean, for those that haven't tried golf, there's still, I think, many people that haven't tried to play golf, right? So I would encourage anybody to come and try, right? And well, if you do play, Laguna is a great place to come and to play golf. The facilities that we have, and it's first class. It's stunning. The views that you have around the golf course, probably one of the prettiest courses I've played, 100%. It's really pretty. So I would encourage anybody that plays already to come and play. And challenge yourself. And those that don't play, like I've already mentioned, we have our PGA Academy with 4 fully qualified instructors. So I would come and try the sport. And you don't know, you might just get yourself hooked.
Awesome. We will put the link under this video. And if you want to connect to the Laguna golf team, just drop a message there and we will forward it to them, and you can check this experience. Yeah. Thank you so much for this podcast. Pleasure. I enjoy it, and
thanks for having me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Thank you.